date, I've lost 30 pounds.
A little over about 2 years and 3 months ago, I weighed 213 pounds. And so when I finished, right now I weigh 165. Body fat's down about 18% maybe.
Weight loss has been the common trend for several teachers this school year. Teachers such as Sonia Roberts, Terry Biebermeyer, and Darryl Canole have all lost a substantial amount of weight. Following the fitness trend, Robert Howie competed in triathlons over the summer. Triathlons are sports competitions with 3 components, usually running, swimming, and biking.
The run's always a 5K. The run's always standard 5K. The swim is, it just depends, 400 yards or meters to, I've done like 850, was like a long one in a lake.
Oh, okay, that's
awesome. Some are in pools, and those are much easier, of course. In a lake you can't see the bottom, and there's people all around you, and the water's rough. But the bike ranges anywhere from like 10 to 15. Maybe not 15. Maybe it's like 10 to 14, not quite 15. So yeah, but and the Olympic distance is the one that it really increases. It's like a 30-mile bike ride. It's like a 1,500-meter swim and a 10K.
Usually when people decide they want to work out, they hit the gym, not a rigorous competition, such as a triathlon. Howie, however, said that he signed up to be consistent with a workout.
I don't know, I guess what inspired me is just the desire just to be active. And for me, I need a goal. If I don't have something I'm working towards, striving for, then it's hard to keep the motivation to complete it and to keep a schedule and to be consistent with training. So by signing up for a triathlon made me, train and work towards it. I'm a pretty competitive person, so it's a good outlet for that.
His competitive nature paid off. At his very first triathlon, out of roughly 200 people, Howie placed 3rd in his age group. Ever since then, he said, I've kind of been addicted to them. English teacher Darryl Canole also used competitions to motivate him to exercise.
Well, my goal was to maybe just trim down but feel a little better health in terms of my health, and also I just wanted to be able to feel a little more athletic than I was starting to feel, and so my wife talked me into running some races with her, and because of that I had to get in shape. So that initially was my main goal, was to just take better care of myself.
Instead of a competition, Robert's goal stemmed from a desire to be healthier.
So my goal would have been, number 1, to get healthier, just because I was tired of going home every day after school and being like completely wiped out. So with that, I guess it became a weight loss issue, and then just kind of took it from there.
Although Canole's initial inspiration was his wife, after running races, he found many of the runners were inspiring themselves.
Yeah, my wife did inspire me. She was running a lot of the races, and I always I hadn't run in 20-some years, probably a long time, and so I wanted to, finally I gave in, and mostly it's because I had to do something to get myself going on a decent workout. But once I completed that first 3 months and I was able to run my half marathon, I think there were a lot of people that I ran with that were kind of inspirational in terms of just their overall health, and so that was a good thing. It's been something that for once in my life, I've been able to continue for almost 2 years now, or actually over 2 years now.
Canole works out every day in preparation for his marathon.
I generally work out every day of some kind of workout. It kind of varies. Right now I'm training for a marathon, so I try to follow the workout I have for the marathon. So that could be on the weekends, it's usually a long run, could be anywhere from 15 to 20 miles. On weekdays, maybe like 5 or 6 possibly. But I also do like right now I'm doing P90X3, which is 30-minute workouts, and I like that because it's just overall athleticism, and I think it helps keep me trimmed up a little bit better than maybe just running itself. So I do that, and once I finish that, I'll take a break and maybe do a little different program, but try to stay on some kind of challenge like that.
Instead of working out, ag teacher Sonia Roberts kept track of what and when she was eating.
I have done mine all by what I eat and when I eat. And that's So I don't work out. I haven't lost any of my weight by working out, because I tried that and it doesn't work for me, because I can work out in the summer, but then when winter hits, I'm just like, during the school year, I'm so busy with FFA stuff and so forth, I just don't have the time. And that would be time taken away from my family if I did work out. And so I have done mine completely by food consumption, what I eat, when I eat.
Her diet plan includes 3 meals a day, with snacks in between.
My plan involves for breakfast I do a smoothie with a protein supplement in it, and then I do a mid-morning snack of like either an apple, a piece of cheese, or peanuts, a protein source. And then for lunch I eat meat and vegetables and fruits, and then I'll do another mid-afternoon snack, and then supper I do the same thing I do for lunch. But it's all that I don't eat anything after 7 o'clock at night. Like, I'm done. And I only drink water. That's my source of I try to drink a gallon of water a day.
Canole said that exercising every day has had a huge impact on several aspects of his life.
In terms of everyday life, I feel like I have a lot more energy. Feel like, even though I take a certain amount of time every day out to work out, I think just for my own mental health and for my overall energy levels, I think it's helped me, approach the day with maybe a really good attitude and just feel good about who I am and what I'm trying to convey to my students as well. So I think that's been something that's helped me out. It's nice to just feel like you can wear clothes that fit you right and those kind of things as well. But I think overall, the other thing I would say about that it's helped out is maybe even just having relationships outside of school. I have a lot of people who I've met through various forms of running, and even on my my P90X challenge, I have some online friends that we work out together, check in with each other, and even some former students we check in on Facebook, see how we're getting our workouts done, and it's just been a different change in terms of how I approach approach my day.
Roberts agreed about energy levels.
I feel better. I have more energy. I don't know if I can say I feel younger, but I just don't have that groggy, lifeless feeling anymore. I mean, I can go home now after school and do things at home that I didn't have the energy to do before.
Looking back, Canole wishes that he had done this earlier.
I always attempted to work out. I mean, my first probably 15 years of teaching or more were gain a lot of weight in the winter and then spend all summer losing it. And so that's been my experience all the way through. So it could be anywhere from 20 to 30 pound weight swing every year. And so I just, I kind of wish I would have been able to maintain, but the demands of coaching, demands of the various classes I teach, it seems like I throw myself into those so much that, especially when I have new classes and a new schedule, that it's hard to find time for all that. And, sometimes you end up thinking you're too tired to work out or whatever. And so, but the one thing that I think helped me was when I realized that I could just do maybe a 30-minute workout and not have to do a big long workout or anything like that, and I've been able to maintain that a little more. So yes, I wish I would have, but on the other hand, I'm not sure how that I could have always done it, based on schedules.
Robert said similar things.
With me, it was always a time issue, and I tried to do the exercise part of it, and I would do really good in the summer. Like, I would lose 10 pounds during the summer, but then I would come back to school, and by January I'd put that 10 pounds back on. So of course this year it's going to be just to be able to maintain what I've lost and to keep it off, and to be smart about what I've done and not go backwards and so forth. And so I wish I would have done it 10 years ago, but I didn't.
Both Canole and Robert said that they have received comments on their weight loss, but both said that was more of motivation than flattery.
I think early on people said a lot of things about, especially people who hadn't seen me for a long time. I think I've gotten, maybe more compliments in terms of just maybe some of the finishes I've had on races. Maybe some of the workouts. I do help others with, or at least try to get other people involved in some of my workouts, and I think people have appreciated that. So, yeah, I think people maybe mention it at first, but it's not really why I was doing it, to get a lot of compliments, but it's always nice to hear.
I have gotten comments, and that's good. It makes you feel good. I have a group of ag teachers that I have several people that are trying to lose weight too, and so we kind of check in with each other every once in a while to see how we're doing and so forth. So yeah, and it makes you feel good, but you also want that accountability, and you want to be able to have that person that just kind of checks in with you to make sure you're still on the right track and doing what you're supposed to be doing, and so forth. So yeah, I think comments for a girl are a little bit different, because people don't want to say, and sometimes you're like, okay, they're really noticing that you're losing weight, so then it's more, okay, I need to stay on this path and keep going and not let myself relapse and go back to where I was.
Canole agreed that accountability is important.
If you're trying to do that, it's always good to have people you are who are partners with trying to do the same thing, people who you check in with, and just make sure sometimes it's easier to get a workout in if somebody's going to say, hey, did you get that workout in today? And in fact, it happened to me last night. I got home from the football game, and I was feeling like I was tired, and one of my online friends posted that they didn't get theirs done, but they're going to do it now, so I had to do mine. There was no getting out of that. I just think it helps to have somebody that you're accountable to, and committed to doing the same things.
Both Canole and Robert said that it's important for people to watch what they're putting into their bodies.
I would encourage others to, at least do something physically every day, and maybe consider, what it is they're eating. There are other alternatives to a lot of the snack food that's easy to grab. And the one thing I did do, the last time I've drank any kind of pop or soda was January 13 of this year. So haven't missed it, and I'm kind of glad I gave that up. But that was due to one of my challenges online with P90X3 when I picked that up. And so just things like that, I think, just help people feel better about themselves.
I mean, you can eat a lot of bad things and so forth. And some people, if you look like Mr. Dalkey, who eats 24/7, but he doesn't look like he eats 24/7. I mean, I think people just have to be smart about what they're putting into their bodies. And, there's so many different craves going on. There's the gluten-free, and there's this and there's that. And I think you have to find what works for you. And that's what I did. I found what works for me. And it may not work for somebody else, but it works for me.
They also said that fitness is very important, and they would encourage others to be more fit.
Get older, I mean, you just feel like weight gets heavier, even though it might be the same weight you had earlier. Energy levels, I think, it's important to try to maintain those, and just, even your ability to just be physically able to do things. And it doesn't have to be like extreme things like sometimes I'm doing, but, maintaining balance, just feeling like you have a good command of yourself, can cut down on all kinds of doctor bills, and also, long-term health problems that might show up as you think about your longevity. So I think it's important, and hopefully it's something will continue.
I see a lot of people, you just see a lot of people that want to lose weight and try to lose weight, and they do it, and then we go back to where we were when we started. I think if people want to lose weight, it has to be a lifestyle change, and you have to, you just have to be smart about what you're doing and when you're doing it. And I mean, I've done mine completely with no exercise, and just by paying attention to what I'm eating and when I'm eating. So I think you have to do what works for you, but it has to be a lifestyle change. It just can't be 1 month deal, I lost 10 pounds, now I can go back to what I was eating before, and just make sure I don't eat very much of it. And it just doesn't work. I mean, I've completely given up sweets, and I know when I do try to cheat, I feel bad and I don't like what the scale says. And so, I would encourage people to do it, but I think when they go into it, they have to know it's a lifestyle change, not a 30-day challenge and then you're done and over with.